brought to you by Wisdom Yard Television. I am Odunayo Adelere, and I have with me in the studio this morning.
I remain Rochimi Orilua, son of the prophetess, the man who resembles wicked. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all our viewers all over the world, wherever you are watching us.
Thank you for joining me in the studio,
Thanks
sir.
for having me.
Thanks to our sponsor, Nokpa, because this show is proudly sponsored by Nokpa. And Nokpa deals with Nokpa Aba mixture, Aba Co, Aba tonic, Aba bitters, Aba energy flusher, Aba energy powder, whichever you need. You can send a DM or call the number 07010108549. You can as well bring in your product. Let's make your product known to the whole wide world, and you can be a sponsor. Do not forget to always connect us on all our social media platforms. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on X account, we're on Instagram, we're on TikTok, we are on WhatsApp on the number 07010108549. You can join the WhatsApp community and let's roll it together. You know how we did on the show, bring to you news that made it to the top. We go on a short commercial break. When we come back, we discuss the one we feel we should discuss, but we will not be the only one talking. You can also drop your own comment in the comment section. Let's rub minds together. On Punch newspaper this morning, I have Rivers plans parallel secretariat as police bar for Barra caretaker chairman. Davido sues Sophie Muhammadu for Imade's custody. Cholera. NCDC may declare emergency. Lagos issues safety guidelines. On Vanguard newspaper, we have minimum wage. Why governors, others are foot dragging. Uzodinma. TINUBU will rescue Nigeria's economy. Cholera outbreak. NCDC may declare emergency. DG. Ogumona Towulade of Akinlade is dead. On Daily Post newspaper, we have federal government approves 280 billion naira for completion of Bodo Boni Road project. Court dismisses suit seeking removal of EFCC chairman Olukoede. And on Daily and New Telegraph, we have my government left Nigeria better than we met it, Obasanjo. These are the news that made it to the top. Let's go on a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll continue from where we stop. Don't go nowhere, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
When life breaks into the beautiful splendor of nature, and the kids can't just resist the temptation to explore to its zenith with the full assurance that the perfect backup is on the way for a perfect refilling. Nokpa, we always come to the rescue anytime, anywhere, any day, anyway, anyhow, round the clock. Your family just can't get a better companion aside Nokpa. Nokpa Aba Mixture, your family's best bet.
With Nokpa, healthy living is guaranteed for me and my family.
Nokpa for management of power.
Yeah, welcome back from that commercial break. That's our sponsor, Nokpa. You can place your order or call the number 07010108549 or send a DM. So without wasting much of our time, the first one here says, Uzodinma, TINUBU will rescue Nigeria's economy.
You see, on this issue of rescuing Nigerian economy, I believe any government that feels he has the capacity or has the mind of bringing back the glory of the country should lead by example. They should be the #1 example. Go to Burkina Faso and see what that old guy, I call him a boy, yes.
A young boy.
Oh, sorry, a young boy. What the young boy was doing in the face of the country. A young boy of 36 years old, compared to the old cargoes we have around the corner that are governing the affairs of the country. Recently, there was a proposed bill that they want to buy a presidential jet for the president and the vice president, because what happened to vice president of Malawi should not happen to the Nigerian president and the vice president. In the face of this hard economy.
What happened to Malawian's vice president? Is it that the plane was faulty?
I don't know what really happened. They said
missing.
They said it maybe because maybe they don't want the same thing to happen to the president. That's why we're at the face of this hardship, where you said you are bringing renewal to Nigeria, you still go ahead to propose that you want to buy a presidential jet. Now, a government that wants to that wants to reshape a country must not be the first person to take a bold step. What are bold steps? The government costs should be cut down. Now you people are coming out that you can't pay the workers beyond 62,000 naira. Even 100,000 naira cannot be offered to the workers. Now, how much are they going to spend for the new presidential jet? Now it's on demand. I don't believe. I wonder why people will just come out and begin to open their mouth and begin to talk without editing their words.
Did you hear when I was reading the news that made it to the talk today, where the federal government is approving 280 billion naira
for
another road project?
Road project, and they said they can't pay the workers?
Imo State Governor Senator Hope Uzodinma yesterday declared that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has the vision and capacity to rescue Nigeria's economy and make it the fastest growing one in Africa. Uzodinma, who spoke at an interactive session with journalists in Owerri, also gave 2 brand new 14-seater buses to members of the Correspondent Chapel and the National Association of Women Journalists, NAWAJ, in Imo State. The governor said he had no doubt that the current economic policies of the federal government under the leadership of President Tinubu will lead Nigeria to prosperity. He noted that journalists needed to properly explain to Nigerians the benefits of the policies, insisted trumpeting the side effects. The journalist,
did he hear what, did he even know what he's saying? That the journalist will be the one to interpret to Nigeria, to tell the whole Nigeria that the reform is taking a good shape.
They are telling them it's our job to tell them that.
To tell them. Why are we going to, is it not what they are telling us that we are going to broadcast to the whole world? I'll broadcast to the whole Nigerians. Who are we to tell? Are we working directly with them?
My question to Senator Hope Uzodinma is, what do you want us as journalists?
As a journalist to tell what?
Because it's kind of off to me and it sounds somehow.
Or we should lie to the people what is not.
You came out and you said, Tinubu reform Nigeria's economy. How do you want me to break down to the poor masses? Okay, be hopeful. First year is gone. We were all saying,
okay, hope. Let's see what is going to happen.
We're already at the second
year, and the president promised
telling us
that last year December, this past December, that the refinery of Nigeria is going to work. The Port Harcourt refinery. The Port Harcourt refinery has not yet been completed, so we should come out and say, okay, Baba has completed it. Why it has not been completed? Is that the work of the journalist?
I might be a journalist, I might be a news person, but that does not make me somebody that will lie, because whatever I say out there will be used against me. Yeah, because everything I say is recorded. Whether I like it or not is on air. So if I see anything that is not in line with what you said,
why would I come out?
Accountable.
Why would I come out to say what is not happening? Okay, for instance, now will you tell the journalist to come and say, okay?
As a journalist, I have to call the spade a spade. This is what you said, and I will say it the way you said it.
The way you said it, yes.
According to him, although the populace are experiencing economic hardship occasioned by the policies, they would eventually enjoy the benefits. Governor Uzodinma maintained that the removal of fuel subsidy and merging of official and parallel exchange rates were courageous steps taken by President Tinubu to strengthen the economy. The governor regretted that instead of some notable Nigerians acknowledging the efforts of the President Tinubu, they were busy demarketing the administration through media. Of course, I will come out to demarket if it is not actually speaking well in favor of
these same Nigerian people that are going through hardship, that they are unable to put food on their table.
They cannot
some companies that are folded up, that left Nigeria with the new reform shape that you are talking of. So we should come out and say, because the president wants to put the country in shape, that is the reason why the companies are folding up. Those set of people that are working in the company that are now jobless, sitting at home, that they are not able to provide food their table for their families, so we should give them hope of a better future, to come out and say it's because of the better future that the president is working for. That is the reason why people are being jobless today.
Nigeria,
I don't know what Uzodinma has really turned himself to.
At times I get...
Did he even listen to what he's saying?
Should I say I get tired of this?
Was it being edited before coming out to read those speech?
You know how frustrating and how annoying it can be? If Uzodinma is going to come outside again, will tell you, that is not what I meant. You can remember when some money was disbursed into the account of the Senate.
Of the Senate, where they said some prayer points.
Said some prayer
points after the prayer point. A prayer point into people's account. I don't know when prayer points have turned into bank alert. Nigeria, my country. Opus on the mind. In fact, I'm very disappointed in your statement. I'm very, very disappointed.
Everybody, no, I am not disappointed. Why did I say that? Everybody wants to be seen and everybody wants to be heard. Now, it will not be deleted in the face of Nigeria that Opus Odima came out and supported President Bola Ahmed Tinubu with his speech. So don't be shocked. Everybody's coming out, so I will be recognized. If he did not talk, nobody will know who Opus Odima is.
So Babalokon will know actually that you are in support of him.
Court dismisses suit seeking removal of EFCC chairman Olukoide.
Well,
there has been threat upon this man.
Upon this man,
and
why?
And that is ever since he started targeting people.
No, apart from that, if the man is a cleaner, I believe the man. Yes, he should do a better job. What a better job? The harassment by this EFCC officials is getting too much. You remember what happened in Akure?
Yeah.
All of if those boys stood against them, at the end of the day, they will say you keep people came there. Will be arrested. Despite that, you know how they molested people who are running their business on their own. If you are coming there to arrest, not by the midnight of the day, you should have come by the day.
Did you see the video that went viral during the case of what's this man's 80 billion naira?
No, this Yaya Bello. Yeah, I saw the video.
The video that came out where this man was telling that I am not going to back down on his case. 80 billion naira per person, yes, and he paid his children fees in nowhere. It is
let's say this here. Another date has been fixed next month. I think on the 25th of this month. That
is it going to come?
That Abelo should be forcefully arrested.
So now, are they going to arrest him?
Well, let's wait and see what the pregnant night will give birth to. I want to urge the FCC boss, despite the fact that you are a pastor, you need to call your boys into order. What led to the protest of NSAS? We all knew what happened in the face of the country, how the country was destabilized. I didn't be the president of the country then that
was
Muhammadu Buhari have called those voices into order. There wouldn't have been such a protest to the extent in which we know how many lives were lost during that protest. Now, you need to call your boys into order because you are the head. You are the one giving them the directive. Even though you didn't tell them to go to that extent, you should have come out to apologize to the whole Nigerians that it was an unfortunate incident. Why the EFCC got to an hotel and started beating a lot of people? When did they turn themselves to an armed robber? Where the CCTV of that hotel was carted away with because they don't want people to see what they have really done. No evidence against them. So please call them into order. That's why the fact that you're a pastor does not mean you can't speak the truth. Call them to order. So such a barbaric incident that happened in Akure will not repeat himself.
A federal high court Abuja on Wednesday dismissed a suit seeking the sack of Mr. Ola Olukoide as the chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. Justice Obiora Egwato, in a judgment, dismissed the suit on grounds that the applicants lacked local standing, which is legal right to institute the case. The news agency of Nigeria now reports that an Abuja-based legal practitioner, Mr. Victor Okwatola, had filed the suit against President Bola Tinubu over his appointment of Olukoide as EFCC chair. Okwatola in the suit has challenged the validity of the appointment on the grounds that Olukoide did not meet the years of service required by law for the office of chairman of the anti-graft agency. He had listed the President of Nigeria, National Assembly, Attorney General of the Federation, AAGF, and Olukoide as first to fourth respondent respectively in the suits marked HC/ABG/CS/1403/2023. However, the respondents prayed the court to dismiss the suit for lacking a merit. Olukoide, who was represented by Olumide Fushika, signed in the last adjourned date, challenged the legal authority of the plaintiff to institute the suit in the first instance. Besides, Olukoide claimed that he is eminently qualified to occupy the office of the EFCC chairman, having served as secretary of the commission, that is one, a grade level 17 position 2, which is higher than the rank of an assistant commissioner of police, a grade level 14 position. He accordingly asked the court to dismiss the suit. Okwatola had, among others, raised for determination whether by the true construction and interpretation of Section 2, subsection 1A of the EFCC Act 2004, Olukoide, who has not fulfilled the conditions of the Act, can be validly appointed as chairman. But this man is coming out saying he has everything. all criteria was actually met. So you cannot come to me and say, and the court has already dismissed the case. So there is no case when there is no case. Let's go on a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll continue from where we stop. Don't go nowhere, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Sweetheart. I can't afford to be late for this meeting.
Give me the same excuse every day.
I always tell you the truth every. You know I will never disappoint you.
Everyone needs a hero, like Nokpa.
After Nokpa.
It is always Napa.
Nokpa for management of power.
Hey, welcome back for Bashad Commercial Break. So this one says, my government left Nigeria better than we met it, Obasanjo.
Yes, it's an eyesore because I could remember when the president was sworn in. Most of the teachers we have that builds house today, that bought car, then back, none of them will come out and say Obasanjo regime did not favor them.
They won't.
Because I could remember the Fox thing he did was that I saw it on the national TV that Obasanjo said, most of the teachers that taught them to become what they are today, most of them are out there suffering. That is going to make sure he give them a living wage, not minimum wage, which he adds to their salary. He gave them house loan, he gave them a car loan. Why you see most of the teachers riding cars? During his own tenure, everybody in Nigeria, both home and abroad, enjoyed his regime and feel the presence of his government then compared to what we are having today. The difference is clear.
Nigeria's former president, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, has said his administration left the country's economy better than it is now. Speaking in Abeokuta at the Safe Online Youth Fellowship Bootcamp, Obasanjo boasted of his administration reshaping Nigeria's economy and leaving it in a better shape when he left office in 2007. The former president recalls landmark achievement by his administration while in office, noting that his government sets Nigeria free from the bondage of debt and sets the pace for an uninterrupted democracy for 25 years. According to Obasanjo, when I came in as elected president, I wanted to get debt relief. That is, this so Yoruba call it basic.
Yes, exactly.
Because we were spending $3.5 billion every year servicing debt, and the quantum of the debt was not going down. Today, I can say that I made Nigeria better than I found it from an economic perspective. I found $3.7 billion in the reserves, and we were spending $3.5 billion to serve our debt. By the time I left, we had a debt of about $36 billion with the debt relief, and I left with a debt of $3.6 billion.
Yes, it was.
Also, I left a reserve of over $50 billion. I also achieved excess code for the country worth of $25 billion. Obasanjo simply defined success as leaving a place better than one found it. Said he achieved that in his administration with excellent track record. What will be said of the present government size?
It depends on what they do, because even the 1 year is about 14 years. The 1 year is of his administrative is about 14 years of hardship in the country. Why you said you have a renewed hope agenda. Even if you have a renewed hope agenda, the way you carried your cabinet along should also be the way you are going to carry the masses, the poor that are hungry along. If you could come out the day of your democracy, or let me say the second day that you saw it when you were trying to swagger, or when you made a swagger, that you are a typical Yoruba boy that knows much about the culture, that you saw it all over the social media, that they were making jest of you, that you dobale. I believe you should be able to see it at the social media that what Nigerians are going through, that people are going through an hectic period. You should be able to do something about it, at least to bring relief to the masses.
At times, I told somebody, I said, if not for the nature of my job, Nigeria is not a case worth discussing.
Exactly the point. Why would you come out with, except you're a journalist, why would you come out and begin to discuss Nigeria? Why you have other things around that you can do, you can think of? Why you have other things that you have in mind that will move your family forward? So why would you just come out and say because you're a Nigerian you want to begin to discuss a case of Nigeria?
Every day you wake up in Nigeria, there is one case on ground.
Do you know what paid me most? What paid me most? I don't believe they knows what they don't edit their word before saying out. 2 months after he's swearing in, he had the opportunity to travel to America. Then telling the Nigerians that are in America that they should come back home, that Nigeria is far better than where Nigeria is.
We are far beyond where America is, if the truth is to be told, and nobody will actually hold you responsible for whatever you say.
So those set of people, do you know how many doctors, how many nurses that have japa, even the hospital are being short of staff, they are being short of drug, to the extent in which doctors are even prescribing herb for their patients. Is it not a shameful thing? And nobody is coming out to say anything about it. All you could think of is to bring the old national anthem, all because you are not in line with Obasanjo. He was the one that found the new national anthem that we were using then.
All right, thank you for joining us on today's news review. Do not forget to follow us on all our social media platforms, on our Facebook, on our YouTube, on our X account, on our TikTok, on our Instagram, also on our WhatsApp. I remember my humble self, Ojoayo Adilere. Thank you, Ambassador Uluwa.
Thanks for having me.
And thanks to our sponsor, Nokpa. We really appreciate it. Till we come again on your screen, be good and be fine. Bye for now.